Hello, so today we have 30 high scoring must know words that all start with N and O. Now you could be preparing for any competitive exam like the CAT, CLAT, SSC, Bank PO, GRE, UPSC, GMAT, XAT or even TOEFL or IELTS. You want to watch this A to Z vocabulary series because we've analyzed past papers, high frequency word lists and exam patterns from all these exams. We've looked for words that show up again and again, especially in tough reading comprehension passages and synonym antonym type questions. Think of this as your shortcut. So let's jump in and master these 30 high scoring words together, because when we conquer words, we conquer the world. So N and O says no. And our first group of words is the group 1, I call it the no squad. These group of words all love to say no. They are the ultimate cancellers. So we have 4 words: negate, nullify, nihilism and negligent. Our first no word is negate. Now, negate means to cancel something or to press the undo button on a statement or on an effect. Now imagine first something positive happens, then something bad cancels it out. The bad thing negates the good. Memory hack, think thumbs down. Negate comes from the Latin negare, meaning to say no. Fun tip, it's the same root as negative. Late night chocolate binge that negates your whole day of healthy eating. Or weekend trip plans, boss calls, you need to work, your fun plans are negated. Exam tip, negate is often used in reading comprehensions. One author may say that fact X negates theory Y. Synonyms of negate are invalidate, cancel out, nullify and undo. Antonyms are confirm, affirm, validate and support. Word number 2 is nullify. Nullify means to make something officially or legally useless. Think of your math and coding classes where null is 0 or nothing. So null is actually stronger than negate and it's usually used in laws, contract, rules. To nullify something means to reduce its value to null or nothing. During demonetization, 500 and 1000 rupee notes were nullified, which means they were legally useless overnight. Or a last minute gold nullified their team's lead. Quick quiz, what is the difference between nullify and negate? They're almost twins. Negate means to cancel effects, ideas, arguments. It's sort of a broad word. And nullify means to cancel formally, legally, officially. It's a strong plus official word. Synonyms of nullify are annul, invalidate, abolish and cancel. Antonyms are validate, enact, ratify and confirm. Our next word is nihilism. Nihilism is the belief that nothing matters, no value, no meaning, no purpose. Nihil means nothing in Latin. So a nihilist believes in nothing. No morals, no religions mean anything to the nihilist. As an adjective, we say a nihilistic person or a nihilistic attitude. His nihilism was clear when he said, why study? Nothing matters anyway. After failing his exam, a feeling of nihilism made him want to give up. Exam tip. This word shows up in advanced reading passages to describe the author's tone or maybe a nihilistic worldview. Synonyms of nihilism are cynicism, pessimism, rejection, negativity. Antonyms are idealism, optimism, faith and purpose. Our next word is negligent. Negligent means being careless or ignoring your duty. For example, the negligent pet owner forgot to feed his dog, or the negligent driver who was using his phone caused an accident. Quick quiz. What is the difference between negligent and negligible? In the exams, in fact, this is a common confusion, either in synonym, antonym or fill in the blank type questions. Negligent is careless behavior and negligible is almost nothing, tiny. Synonyms of negligent are careless, irresponsible, derelict and remiss. Antonyms are careful, diligent, attentive and responsible. And now for our next group of words, group 2, which is the stubborn squad, the people who never change their mind. They are stubborn, rigid, and stuck in their ways. The words are obstinate, obdurate, and orthodox. First, let's look at obstinate. Obstinate means very stubborn, refusing to change your mind even if you're wrong. Obstinate is not just confident or sure, but digging your heels in and saying no just for the sake of it, like being unreasonably stubborn. The obstinate child refused to eat anything except pizza. Or my grandfather is too obstinate to use a smartphone. He loves his old landline. Exam tip. The word obstinate appears very commonly in reading comprehension passages. It is used to describe characters, and it also comes in synonym, antonym type questions. Quick quiz. What is the difference between obstinate and determined? Determined is positive. It means you're focused on a goal. Obstinate is negative. It means you're refusing to change your mind. Synonyms of obstinate are stubborn, inflexible, headstrong, and mullish. Antonyms are flexible, compliant, yielding, and open-minded. Our next word is obdurate. Obdurate means extremely stubborn and cold-hearted. This word is stronger and more formal than obstinate. An obdurate person doesn't just resist. They refuse to care about your feelings. Memory hack. Think of hard, durable rock. An obdurate person has a heart which is as hard as a rock. She pleaded for another chance, but despite her tears, the teacher remained obdurate. The landlord was obdurate and refused to delay the rent. Exam tip. This word is common in higher level exams like GRE and GMAT. Quick quiz. What is the difference between obdurate and obstinate? This is a key difference. Obstinate is stubborn, like a child refusing broccoli. Obdurate is stubborn and heartless, a king refusing mercy to an innocent person. Synonyms of obdurate are stubborn, unyielding, inflexible, adamant, and hard-hearted. Antonyms are compassionate, yielding, soft-hearted, and amenable. Our next word is orthodox. An orthodox person follows the traditional accepted rules of a religion, culture, or society. They resist new ideas or modern beliefs. For example, Orthodox Jews or Orthodox Christians follow strict traditional practices. Memory hack. Orthodox is ortho, meaning correct or straight, like an orthodontist who straightens teeth, and dox, meaning opinions or beliefs. So orthodox literally means correct belief. My parents have very orthodox views on marriage, or his approach to teaching is very orthodox. No tech, just tradition. Exam tip. Orthodox is extremely common in reading passages about religion or society. Synonyms of orthodox are traditional, conventional, conservative, and doctrinaire. Antonyms are unorthodox, unconventional, radical, liberal, and progressive. And now for group number 3, the harm and annoyance squad. From mild irritation to pure evil. This squad of words covers it all. A little annoying, a heavy burden, or downright evil. Let's meet the squad. Our next word is nettle. Nettle means to annoy or irritate someone slightly. That prickly feeling of irritation when someone keeps bothering you. It's not a full-blown anger, just a tiny sting. Memory hack. Nettle comes from the name of the plant, which is nettle. Touch it and you get a mild sting. So to nettle someone is to poke or irritate them. His constant pen tapping nettled everyone in the quiet library. Don't let his joking nettle you. He doesn't mean any harm. Synonyms of nettle are irritate, annoy, vex, bother, and provoke. Antonyms are soothe, calm, please, and delight. Word number 9 is onerous. Onerous means something heavy, tiring, and burdensome, like carrying a huge weight. Tasks that need a lot of effort and use up all your energy. Like moving houses is an onerous task that takes many days. Or being team captain felt onerous, so much responsibility. Exam tip. This word is common in passages about law, work or social issues. Quick quiz. What is the difference between onerous, hard and difficult? Now, hard needs effort. For example, writing a term paper over the weekend. Difficult needs skill or persistence, like a tough math problem. Onerous is a heavy, almost unfair burden, like caring for a sick family member while working 2 jobs. Synonyms of onerous are burdensome, arduous, strenuous, heavy and oppressive. Antonyms are easy, effortless, light and facile. The next word is noxious. Noxious means harmful, poisonous and disgusting. Usually smells, chemicals or pollution. Noxious is not just bad, but actively damaging to health or to environment. Memory hack. Think of a toxic spill. The fumes are noxious and it has the same X link to poison. Example, the noxious smell from the factory made people cover their noses. Or Delhi often gets this noxious smog during crop burning season. Synonyms of noxious are poisonous, toxic, harmful, damaging and unhealthy. Antonyms are harmless, beneficial, healthy and wholesome. The next word is odious. Odious means something extremely unpleasant, so horrible that it deserves hate. Odious is not just harmful, but repulsive and disgusting. Memory hack. It sounds like odor, meaning smell, plus OUS, meaning full of. So full of terrible smell. That's odious. Example, his odious habit of bullying made him unpopular. Or reality shows that humiliate people are odious. Exam tip. The word is common in higher level exams, GRE or GMAT, to describe deeply immoral acts of people. Synonyms of odious are disgusting, repulsive, revolting, hateful and abhorrent. Antonyms are delightful, pleasing, charming and admirable. The next word is nefarious. Nefarious means wicked, criminal, evil. The ultimate villain word. This is not just bad, but intentionally and famously evil, like a movie villain. Every movie villain has a nefarious plan. Think of Thanos in Avengers or Gabbar Singh in Sholay. They are on a grand scale of wickedness. They use wealth for nefarious purposes, drugs, corruption. Quick quiz. What is the difference between nefarious and odious? Now, a crime can be both nefarious and odious. Nefarious has criminal cunning and villainous intent. Odious is about the disgusting, hateful nature. So, synonyms of nefarious are wicked, evil, villainous, heinous and diabolical. Antonyms are virtuous, good, honorable and noble. Our fourth group of words, group number 4, is the clarity spectrum, from innocence to deception. Let's meet clarity words. Word number 13 is naive. Naive means innocently simple, trusts too easily. A naive person sees life in black and white because they haven't experienced the world's tricks yet. Like a newborn, sweet, trusting and unaware. She was naive to believe everything she read online. Or, don't be so naive. Offers that seem too good to be true usually are. Exam tip. Naive is common in reading comprehension passages to describe characters or viewpoints. Quick quiz. What is the difference between naive and innocent? Innocent means free from guilt or sin. Naive means lacking wisdom or experience and can easily be tricked. An innocent child is sweet. A naive adult could be in danger. Synonyms of naive are innocent, gullible, inexperienced, simple and trusting. Antonyms are experienced, cynical, shrewd, sophisticated and worldly wise. The next word is opaque. Now, opaque is used for things that block understanding. Imagine a solid wall that blocks light. So something opaque is mysterious, confusing or deliberately unclear so that you cannot see their true meaning. Example, the government's report was deliberately opaque and full of technical jargon. Or, her feelings about the issue were opaque. No one knew what she truly felt. Quick quiz. What is the difference between opaque and vague? Vague means unclear because it's missing details. Opaque means unclear because it is deliberately tricky or secretive. Synonyms of opaque are unclear, obscure, impenetrable, murky, and cryptic. Antonyms are clear, transparent, lucid, and comprehensible. The next word is obfuscate. Obfuscate means to deliberately confuse. This is the active, intentional version of being opaque. You're not just unclear, you intentionally hide the truth by creating confusion. Politicians love this one. Example, politicians often obfuscate when asked tough questions. He used technical terms to obfuscate the real problem. The phrase to muddy the waters means the same thing as obfuscate, to deliberately make a situation less clear or muddy. Synonyms of obfuscate are confuse, obscure, complicate, blur, and cloud. Antonyms are clarify, explain, elucidate, and simplify. The next one is ostensible. Ostensible means the reason that you see on the surface. The official reason is the ostensible reason, but it hides the real private reason, which is the secret truth. His ostensible reason for visiting was to come over to study. The real reason, he has a crush on your sibling. Or the ostensible purpose of the meeting was team building, but the real reason was to announce layoffs. Eeks. Synonyms of ostensible are apparent, seeming, superficial, and purported. Antonyms are real, actual, genuine, and true. The next word is nuance. A nuance is a tiny, subtle difference. It's not a big, obvious difference. It's a small shade of difference, but it can completely change the meaning or feel of something. Example, the actor's performance was full of nuance, and you could see every small emotion on his face. To understand the poem, you must appreciate the nuance in its language. Memory hack. So, what is this color? Blue. But a nuanced answer might be navy blue, cobalt blue, sky blue, or turquoise. Exam tip. Nuance is common in passages about art, literature, law, and culture. You might be asked about the nuanced view of an author. Synonyms of nuance are subtlety, distinction, shade, refinement, and gradation. Antonyms are obviousness, clarity, and clear distinction. Our next group of words is group number 5, the social behavior and reputation squad. How we act and how we are seen. This squad is all about social vibes. Are you cool? Are you the laid-back type? Or are you the over-the-top show-off? Let's meet the words that describe behavior and reputation. The next one is notorious. A notorious person is famous for all the wrong reasons. They are infamous. Their fame comes from bad, shocking, or criminal behavior. He is notorious for always being late. It means that everyone knows that he is always late. So he is famous, but for the wrong reason. The company became notorious for mistreating workers. Quick quiz. What is the difference between notorious and famous? Famous means positive reputation. Notorious means negative reputation. Synonyms of notorious are infamous, disreputable, and scandalous. Antonyms are famous, renowned, respectable, and honorable. Let's take the next word, nonchalant. If someone is calm, relaxed, or unbothered, they are nonchalant. They appear cool and unconcerned even if something actually matters to them. Example, she was surprisingly nonchalant about winning the prestigious award. Now imagine your friend is about to go on a first date. You are more nervous and excited than they are, and they are calm as a cucumber. You could ask them, why are you so nonchalant? Exam tip. This word is very common in exams, especially in questions about a character's tone or attitude in a passage. Quick quiz. What is the difference between nonchalant and indifferent? Nonchalant is a manner. You act unconcerned. Indifferent, however, is a feeling. You actually don't OPAQUE. Synonyms of nonchalant are casual, unconcerned, blasé, cool and detached. Antonyms are anxious, nervous, concerned and excited. Word number 20 is ostentatious. Ostentatious is big time show off, flashy, attention seeking, often in a tacky way. It's not just being rich or successful. It's like showing off your wealth to prove your worth. He wore an ostentatious gold watch that was impossible to miss. Or their wedding was an ostentatious display of wealth with drone fireworks and a live band. Quick quiz. What is the difference between ostentatious and luxurious? Luxurious means high quality and premium. Ostentatious means showy, flashy, meant to impress. Synonyms of ostentatious are showy, flashy, flamboyant, gaudy and pretentious. Antonyms are modest, unassuming, simple, understated and restrained. Our next word is officious. Do you know someone who's too eager to boss people around even when it's not their job? They are officious. They interfere annoyingly and poke their nose where it doesn't belong. Imagine you're cooking dinner at home. A relative visits, comes into the kitchen and starts rearranging your pots, telling you that the heat is too high and adding salt without asking. They aren't helping, they're just being officious. The officious guard, for example, glares at you and checks your bag 3 times. Exam tip. This word is common in passages, especially the ones describing characters in satire or social commentary. Quick quiz. What is the difference between officious and official? It's a very, very big difference. An official has real authority. Officious means acting like they have authority or using it in an annoying way. Synonyms of officious are meddlesome, interfering, dictatorial, overbearing and self-important. Antonyms are unobtrusive, meek, modest and hands-off. Our next word is ostracize. Ostracize means to exclude someone from a group. Ostracize is like a social punishment. It's when a community deliberately ignores, avoids and shuns a person, making them feel unwelcome. After he told the secret, his friends ostracized him. Or the village ostracized the family for breaking the old tradition. Quick quiz. What is the difference between ostracize and ignore? Ignore is occasional or accidental also. Ostracize is a deliberate, sustained group effort. Synonyms of ostracize are exclude, shun, reject, exile and banish. Antonyms are welcome, include, accept and embrace. Our next 3 words are group number 6, the time trio. This group is about beginnings, everywhere and endings. These words help tell us about time and presence. Let's meet the trio. The first one of them is nascent. Nascent means brand new, just starting, full of potential. It's more than new, it's like a seed sprouting, full of promise. The focus is on the early stage of development and potential for future growth. Cities like Bangalore have a nascent startup ecosystem. New companies growing fast. Or his nascent talent for singing was encouraged by his family. Synonyms of nascent are budding, emerging, fledgling, incipient and developing. Antonyms are mature, developed, established and dying. The next word is nostalgia. Nostalgia is a warm, sentimental feeling of longing for the past. It's like happy, sad vibes. When you're remembering some old memories and you have an emotional connection to them. Example, watching old Bollywood classics brings a sense of nostalgia. Or she listened to Kishore Kumar's songs out of nostalgia. Quick quiz. What is the difference between nostalgia and memory? A memory is a factual record. Nostalgia is an emotional feeling tied with the memories. Synonyms of nostalgia are longing, wistfulness, reminiscence and homesickness. Antonyms are forward-looking, anticipation and futurism. Let's take the next word, omnipresent. Omnipresent means to be present everywhere at the same time. It's so widespread that it seems to be everywhere, at all places, all at once. It's often used for gods or modern technology or pervasive feelings. Memory hack. Omnipresent is omni, meaning all, plus present. It literally means all present. In today's world, smartphones are omnipresent, or anxiety was omnipresent in the office during the layoffs. Exam tip. A high frequency word, especially in passages about technology, society, religion and culture. A common antonym is scarce. Quick quiz. What is the difference between omnipresent and common? Common means found often, like a pigeon is common in urban areas. Omnipresent means found everywhere without exception. For example, air is omnipresent. Synonyms of omnipresent are ubiquitous, ever-present, universal and pervasive. Antonyms are rare, scarce, limited and absent. Our next group is group number 7, the problem-solving duo. This group has 2 words about how we deal with problems. Let's meet them. First we have obviate. Obviate means to prevent a problem before it happens, to remove a need for something, to make that something unnecessary. Now this word represents the highest form of problem solving. It's not just fixing a problem. It's designing a solution so smart that the problem it just won't happen again in the first place. Like eating a good breakfast obviates the need for a mid-morning snack. Or imagine your phone battery always dies by the evening. Now, instead of carrying a charger everywhere to solve the problem, you buy a phone with a battery that lasts for 2 days. This now obviates the need to carry a charger everywhere you go. It prevents the problem entirely. Quick quiz. What is the difference between obviate and solve? Solve meaning to fix after it happens. Obviate meaning to prevent it from happening at all. It's like prevention versus cure. Exam tip. This is a high value word for exams like GRE and GMAT. Synonyms of obviate are preclude, prevent, avert, eliminate and avoid. Antonyms are necessitate, require, create and cause. Word number 27 is overwhelm. Overwhelm is the feeling of having too much to handle. To be buried by work or problems or emotions and now you can't think clearly. It's the point where a problem becomes too big to solve easily. Like the night before your exams, you might feel completely overwhelmed. Or the number of applicants overwhelmed the small company. Quick quiz. What is the difference between overwhelm and overcome? Overcome means you defeat a problem. Overwhelm means the problem defeats you. Synonyms of overwhelm are engulf, swamp, overpower and overcome. Antonyms are underwhelm, unaffected and unmoved. Our final group of words are group number 8, the academic power trio. Now we've saved 3 of the most powerful words for the last. These are essential tools for thinking clearly and analyzing arguments. Let's meet the trio. First up is objective. Objective has 2 meanings. One, as an adjective, it means based on facts, not on personal feelings or opinions, fair and unbiased. As a noun, it is a goal, an aim or something to achieve. This word is the foundation of science, news and logical thinking. So being objective means that you're looking at things like a scientist. You're examining them fairly without any emotion. Example, a good journalist must be objective and report the facts. Or, our main objective is to finish the project on time. Now imagine 2 friends arguing about which cricketer is best. One is a huge Virat Kohli fan, the other one loves MS Dhoni. Their opinions are subjective, based on personal feelings. But if they look at the total runs scored, centuries and win records, then they are being objective, looking at facts. By the way, which one of them is your favorite cricketer? Exam tip. This is perhaps the most important word on the list. It is everywhere in reading comprehension, critical reasoning and essay prompts. Now you must understand the difference between objective and subjective. Synonyms of objective are impartial, unbiased, factual, goal, aim and target. Antonyms are subjective, biased, partisan and prejudiced. Next is nexus. Nexus is a central hub or point where everything connects. A nexus is not just a simple connection, it's a powerful network where everything comes together. Think of it as a spider in the center of a web. The investigation uncovered a nexus between politicians and criminals. Or, Bangalore is a nexus for the IT industry. Quick quiz. What is the difference between nexus and connection? Connection is a single link, like a connection between A and B. Nexus is a network of links converging at a point. Synonyms of nexus are hub, center, core, focal point, link and junction. Antonyms are periphery, outskirts and disconnection. Our last word is nominal. Nominal means something in name only, very small or symbolic. A nominal leader has a title but he has no real power. A nominal fee is almost nothing, it's for namesake only. Memory hack. Now nominal comes from name. It means something is just for the sake of name, not for reality. Example, the restaurant charges a nominal fee for delivery. Or in school projects, some students exist only as nominal contributors. Their contribution is for namesake only and actually they don't do anything. Synonyms of nominal are titular, symbolic, token, minimal and tiny. Antonyms are actual, real, substantial, significant and large. So, we've learned 30 high frequency, very important words with N and O. And I'm going to see you on our next lesson with P words, and happy learning.